Hey guys, how's it going? I hope everyone is doing well. Alright, so we're going to do some readings here for January for 2024. We are going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to be doing a bones and charms reading for each zodiac sign. We're going to be starting with Capricorn since it's their season. And happy birthday again to all the Capricorns out there who've already had your birthday, if your birthday is coming up. And then after that, we will also do the Aquarius reading for January for 2024 as well. So it can cover lots of different things. These are general readings meant for multiple people. So always take it with a grain of salt and see if it's your reading. If it's not, then don't force it. Always check out your other placements, like for instance, your sun, moon, rising signs. All right. And watch your Venus sign for matters of love, more details for that, all the good stuff. Okay. So anyway, we're going to do first starting off with the general kind of quick January astrology notes for everyone, and then we'll of course get into the readings that I just mentioned. All right. So again, I hope everyone is doing okay when you see this, whether you're seeing it live or you're seeing it after the fact. All right. So yes, we do have on January 1st, 2024, the wonderful good news that is Mercury going direct. Okay, so Mercury is still in retrograde when I'm filming this on December 26th, but it is going to be going direct on January 1st. So for some people, you can feel this where it goes retrograde or direct, either like a week or two before, at that exact time, or even later, right? So everyone's going to be a little bit different about when you might feel Mercury going direct, okay? So Mercury, of course, is the planet of communications and electronics, and just basically how we communicate with ourselves and others. So when it's in the retrograde placement, right, going backwards, or it's perceived that it's going backwards where we are in planet Earth, it's a time for us to review things, to release things, rework things, that kind of stuff. So then when the planet Mercury goes direct, okay, it's now saying that communications can be a little bit easier with ourselves and others moving forward. So even though it says it's going direct on January 1st, it could take a little bit longer. It could be a couple of days or a week or two. Again, like I said, it's going to be different for everybody. But yeah, let's keep going and see what else we have coming up here for you guys. So then on January 3rd, we have a last quarter moon. And on January 4th, Mars is going to be entering into Capricorn. So Mars, right, is, ruler of Aries, and it talks about passion and creativity and entrepreneurship. This is the higher vibrational frequency of Mars, right? And when we talk about Mars and Aries being the first being the first zodiac sign, and that kind of go-getter kind of energy. Now the more lower vibrational frequency of Mars would be the god of war, right, and fighting, and more aggressive energy. So there's always, right, the more positive and less positive aspects of everything throughout life, right? But basically when Mars enters into Capricorn, you think of Mars as being really hot and volatile, or it can be, or really passionate on the other side, right? When it enters into Earth sign Capricorn, there could be a more grounding kind of energy with that Mars energy as well, okay? So just something, again, to kind of keep in mind. Then on January 11th, we have the new moon in Capricorn. Again, it will still be Capricorn season during this time. So of course we talk about the planets, we're going to talk about the moon and what it's doing and all that stuff as well. All right, and then moving forward on January 12th, we have Juno is in retrograde, okay? So Juno rules partnerships, marriages, and commitments, okay? Just turning up the music a little bit here. And I also forgot to, yep, our sound is good. Good thing, as I'm already like deep into my stuff here. All right. But yeah, so when Juno goes retrograde, it may have a lot of us, you know, go in particular and to review partnerships, whether they're work or romantic, marriages, commitments, right? To kind of go over and review those things around January 12th and then kind of moving forward, okay? Now, on January 13th, Mercury is going to enter into Capricorn as well. Okay, so Mercury, again, is communication, electronics, just to name a few. It's going to be entering into Earth sign Capricorn during Capricorn season, right? So it can be that we're going to find it more easier to communicate Capricorn themes, or we're going to see it in other people, if not ourselves, about how to be more organized, how to be more grounded, how to work harder, how to keep accomplishing whatever goal or thing that we want to manifest in our life. How can we keep climbing up the mountain like the Capricorn goat, right? All right, let's see what else we have here coming up. Then just 2 days later, on January 15th, we have Saturn is semi-square to the North Node, or True Node as it's sometimes called, in Aries, okay? So when we have anything that's square or even semi-square, it can talk about a little bit of frictional energy. So Saturn also, you know, is the ruler of Capricorn over here, right? We've been talking about Capricorn because it's Capricorn season, is more about that stern kind of father energy, stricter energy, let's pay the bills, let's be responsible, that kind of thing. So when it's semi-square to, the North Node in Aries, this can kind of bring up more themes about where are we going within our career, right? So South Node is generally known as karmic lessons, past life lessons, lessons we've learned from the past. And then your North Node is more about, yes, your career as a human, and what you do for a living and all that kind of stuff, but it's also about what you were put on this planet to do as this particular human, right? So again, it's like a little bit of frictional energy for some, not everybody, between that Saturn, stern, father time energy, and then that more North Node and Aries energy that wants to go fast, right? That is really fiery and passionate and is a go-getter, and it's the first sign of the zodiac, like we mentioned, right? So it just kind of wants to go, go, go. But when it's semi-square with Saturn, it's going to be like, or like slow down a little bit. Okay, so I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, especially when we're talking about a new calendar year. But again, these are just some things to be aware of for everybody, general astrology notes, okay? Now going forward, we have on January 20th, that's when we're going to leave Capricorn, and the sun is going to officially now go into air sign Aquarius. Okay, so Aquarius season starting on January 20th. Now on January 23rd, we have two things happening. Okay, so we've got Venus enters into Capricorn, and then we'll talk about the other one in a second. So Venus, which rules love, beauty, higher forms of wealth or money or assets, if we want to talk about it. When it enters into Earth sign Capricorn, it can be that we find more organization with love, beauty, and wealth. Or we find more of a slow down energy, a more steady pace, slow, wins the race, right? So that's definitely, again, just something to kind of think about. Now, on the same day, on January 23rd, right, we had two aspects happening. So we also have Uranus, okay, is going to be semi-sextiling the North Node in Aries as well. So there could be some kind of shocks and surprises type of energy happening when we talk about Uranus, right? So that is the ruler of Aquarius, and so it's going to be coming together with that Aries energy as well, that fiery, passionate, can be combative energy of Aries sometimes, with the more humanitarian efforts when we talk about Uranus, innovation, creative energy, technology, right? But again, it can bring up some kind of shock and surprises energy when we add that in with talking about the North Node in our career, or as far as what our ultimate mission is on this planet as a human at this time, you know, besides our more physical job stuff or career stuff. Okay, so again, just kind of something to think about. Again, not necessarily good or bad. It's got a little bit of both here, and it's going to be different for everyone individually, but these are again just the astrology notes. We're almost done. We got 2 left here. So then we have on January 25th, we got the full moon in Leo. So anytime we have a full moon, just like when I'm filming this today on December 26th, there can be that emotions are more heightened, or things are feeling more, I don't know if dramatic's the right word, but we're talking about the full moon in Leo in January, so maybe it'll be more dramatic when the full moon is in Leo. But today when I'm filming this, it's the full moon in Cancer, right? So always going to have some different themes depending on what zodiac sign it's currently in. But again, full moon is just like when that energy is really heightened, right? So if you talk to a lot of people in who are police officers or who work in the hospital, they can show you the numbers that like more incidences happen during the full moon energy. Okay, so again, it can have good stuff and maybe not so good stuff, right? But it's just when everything is maybe feeling more intense in certain regards. So always, you know, keep that in mind. Love yourself and be gentle with others. All right. But let's keep going here too, as well, because we have a really important last note in this astrology climate for January 2024 for everybody. So on January 27th, we have Uranus is going to be going direct. Okay. So again, anytime a planet goes retrograde or direct, it's going to stop whichever motion it's perceived to be going, how we perceive it here on Earth, and then it's going to slowly start picking up speed going forward or going backward, right? So when we're talking about January 27th, Uranus going direct, that's going to be it's going to stop going backwards, and it's going to slowly start picking up steam and speed to go forwards again. So this is going to be really good kind of aspects for, you know, technology, innovation, humanitarian efforts, but it's going to bring that Uranus energy that we also talked about on the 23rd of January, how there might be some shocks, some surprises when we were talking about it more with the North Node in Aries before. But with it going direct, there can be even more kind of rebellious type of energy. It can be also more non-conformity type of energy, can be really, what is the way to describe it? Eccentric kind of energy, but you know, it's actually for our benefit, I feel like, because when Uranus is going in retrograde, we can have more technology issues, right? We can have less innovation and creativity. We can have more like going with the norm and going with what society tells us to do. So when Uranus goes direct, and then we have more of a balance or more of a kind of other side being like, no, you don't have to conform, or no, let's like try this new creative idea, or let's innovate over here, or let's rebel against this, right? So the shock value, the shocks and the surprises, you know, can be good or bad, right? So, sorry, let me turn this down. I just have some background music here and sometimes the commercials. But, you know, I would generally say that it's a good thing. So again, it makes sense, you know, when we have Uranus going direct during the Aquarius season, after January 20th, when the sun goes into Aquarius, because Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, right? So that kind of really does make sense here. So that is all so far that we have for the general astrology notes. So I'm going to just put this over here, and I'm going to just look at the time frame so I can add that into the timestamps for later, for some people who just want the astrology notes, or just want the Capricorn reading, or just want the Aquarius reading. So yeah, we're almost about 15 minutes, so I will keep that in mind. But yeah, now we're going to go ahead and do a quick sound bell here to just kind of ground ourselves and get ready for the messages that we're going to receive from Spirit, okay, for Capricorn. So I'm just going to put Aquarius behind it for now. We're going to come back to that after Capricorn. But yeah, so just, you know, be aware if you are sensitive to sound. Sometimes it does get loud. I'm going to try to do it as gently as possible, right? But it's not going to be forever. It's just a little temporary thing, again, to kind of ground ourselves and receive these messages as clearly as possible. All right, so this is going to be for Capricorn. That was a good one. I'm just going to turn up the music a little bit here. It helps keep the dogs pretty calm and not too quiet in here for me as well. So if you see me playing with the phone, turning up or down, it's not me looking at any messages or anything like that. It's just kind of turning the volume up or down. Alright, so like I said, we are going to be doing something different this time for the January readings. So we're going to do Capricorn first. We're going to do some bones and some charms. I like to read them together. Alright, so I try to change my cloth underneath so you could see as much as possible. But before we do that, also I just want to kind of meditate again and say, you know, that we're going to welcome in my guides, spirits, ancestors, and all positive helpers. All passed on loved ones, passed on friends, and all the animal kingdom passed on that wishes to aid me throughout my day and night to remain in a positive and grateful vibration, and also to assist me with this Capricorn and Aquarius January 2024 readings. All right. So I'm going to shake this bowl a couple of times, and when I feel it, we're going to see what comes out. All right. So Capricorn, messages for Capricorn. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn for their highest good and vibration for January 2024. Messages for Capricorn. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn for their highest good and potential for January 2024. Messages for Capricorn. Messages for Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to see? What does Capricorn need to know? Capricorn. Messages for Capricorn for January 2024. Capricorn. Alright. You guys calm down over there. Maybe they got some Capricorn placements too. Alright, so let's see. And I will, you know, I'll do that right now. I'll take a quick picture. Just want to flip this one over so I can see what it is and put this back on top. So we have, oh, interesting. Okay, we'll flip this over as well. Just so I know what they are, but it's a little easier to see. Flipping all the things over. Kind of leaning on top of it. I think that's pretty good, right? Flip one more over. Okay. This back. Alright, so I'm going to take a picture here just so we have our photo for Capricorn. Alright, looks good. So let's see here, Capricorn, what's going on here for you for January 2024. I'm like, where do I begin? Let's see. Take a little sip of water there. What's under this one? Oh, okay. Well, let's kind of start here because that's where I was drawn to, and then we'll kind of go throughout. Okay, when I'm doing these readings in person with individual people one-on-one, right? It always depends on what I'm feeling, where I'm told to go. Some people, when they do bone readings or even charm readings, you can buy like an actual placement that you put underneath, and there's like different quadrants. Some will be for, you know, the months of, not the months of the year, the seasons of the year, if you're doing a yearly reading, or if you're doing a past present reading, or right, there's all these different ways, just like tarot, that you can do a reading. So I don't really use the charts. Again, I kind of just go where I'm told intuitively. All right, so Capricorn, let's start first over here. Okay, you have got the coyote penis, okay, that is kind of sitting on top here of the spider and the spider web, right? It's kind of like they were conjoined together here. So when we talk about coyotes, they are a packed animal. For me, I think of coyotes being really close to, you know, dogs and wolves, right? But I think of them as kind of scary. Okay, this incense is gonna go over that way. It's very strong. Woo, sorry, hold on. I might have to put it out. I just put it by the window. It smells so good, but I just got like it all up in my face. Hold on, guys, 1 second. Let me put this over here. I think it's almost done anyway, so okay. Sorry about that. All right, so Capricorn, we're talking about the coyote, right? So it's a pack animal. It's a little bit scary, but it's also kind of cute, right? If you've ever seen a coyote before. But when we talk about the penis bone in particular, right? Because that's what that is. It can talk about fertility. Excuse me, guys, 1 second. Okay. It's incense, and maybe somebody doesn't want me to talk about something here, but we are going to say it anyway. So, the fertility, when we're talking about, you know, what can come up when we talk about the coyote penis bone, okay? It can also just represent masculine energy. It can be an actual man or just someone who displays a lot of masculine energy. But this bone reading, this charm reading, is just like any other tarot reading I've done. So it's going to be a general reading for everybody. You have to kind of see how it may make sense for you. Okay. Sorry, guys. Alright, maybe I don't like that incense in particular again. Woo. Okay, if I need to, I'll get a cough drop. Sorry, guys. I didn't expect that to happen. Okay, so when this kind of male energy is attached to what we have here is the spider and the spider web, right? So this can talk about building something, right? It can talk about like you, Capricorn, finding some kind of answers, because the key was on top of the spider and the spider web. Okay, so there could be some answers that you're seeking or they're going to come to you in some way that can help you build something. Again, if it's fertility, or if it's just a metaphor for fertility, or if it's that male energy coming in to help you build whatever it is you want to manifest in your life, because it has here again the spider excuse me, and the spider web. Now also, this was right next to it. Okay, so this is, you know, it's a nut, right? Okay, and so it is about abundance, right? It can generally talk about money, but it doesn't just have to be money, but that's normally how it's read. So the money was kind of sitting just like that right next to, you know, one side of the spider web as well. Okay, so again, building something to maybe bring more money in here, Capricorn. But whatever this is that you, or maybe someone else, multiple people, your general environment situation that's working on or working towards building, it's going to give you or them or everybody more direction, because you also have the ship anchor that is on the other side of that as well. Okay, and then you also have a fish right next to it, fish being abundance, okay, substance, right? This is going to make you, or multiple people, general environment situation, feel more safe. Okay, we got the safety pin, feel more safe with the details. It's on top of the strawberry, right? But it's also like gonna make it easier here for you, Capricorn, to listen to your spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, real living people that are still around you, to bring in more feminine energy with this seashell as well. Okay, now the seashell is right next to Sagittarius energy, the archer. We've got sweeping away, the witch's broom. What else do we have here? We have your official symbol here, Capricorn. That's you. It was just flipped over. I just flipped it back over. We've got, I'll just take it out so you can see it for a second. That is the kind of goat symbol, the closest one that I could find. Okay, so that's really cool to see. Right now, it was again with that Sagittarius energy, bow and arrow, which represents goals and determination. Okay, and we had the broom here, the witch's broom, sweeping away something. You can talk about Capricorn devil energy sweeping away maybe more our addictions, right, to the various things, or sweeping away the old year, making room for this new year as well. Okay, but it really puts an emphasis here, Capricorn, on dreaming. Okay, so then you have two different claws here as well, and they're kind of like, one is going this way and the other one is kind of going that way, right? Almost like a yin yang, like one's pointing that way, one's pointing this way here. And so that, you know, says that there's something here that you need to maybe dig really deep for, right? And it's like, don't forget, Capricorn, you know, how strong you are in wishing for whatever it is, again, that you want to manifest in your life. So you've got the dragonfly over here sitting on top of the lion, right? So that's the Leo energy. That's that courage, passion, creativity. That's your strength, right? And so, excuse me, the incense still kind of making its way. This is, the dragonfly talks about, you know, our dreams and kind of that dream-like quality. Okay, so you know, having strength in whatever it is, again, that we want to manifest in our life. That is really, you know, important. It's a little bit further away, just like maybe one small fingernail away from the other claws, right? And also from the seashell that talks about listening to more feminine energy, or literally listening to something, right? Because if this was a big shell, we would put it up to our ear and we could hear the ocean. So it kind of represents listening, right? Now, Capricorn, there's also something going on here as far as maybe you needing more flexibility with something, because underneath the raccoon penis, and the angel coin, which we'll get to in a minute, we also have the frog, okay? So the frog would normally be jumping, right? So that can be that flexibility that we're talking about. So it was kind of hidden underneath here. So I feel like as you're doing this clearing, again, the witch's broom on one side and then the actual little witch right here, then there's going to need to be more flexibility. But it's like your ancestors, your spirit guides are listening, right? So because it's sitting on top. Okay, the coin, the angel coin, is sitting on top of the frog. Okay, so again, there's a lot of masculine energy here. Okay, so it could be one person in particular, an ancestor or someone, a male and loved one that's passed on that really wants to help you, really has a message for you, something to do with the frog, right? A leap of faith perhaps for some. That's also what we can talk about when we talk about the frog. Now, Capricorn, there can be some moments where I feel like in the past, and what is the past, right? It could be a couple of days ago, weeks, months, years, etc. Whatever the past is for you or for them, multiple people, general environment, situation, whatever is bringing you to this reading. There was, you know, some irresponsibility over here, okay? But it was like in some aspect, right? But it's also upside down and it's so separate from everything else. So you actually have, this is a snake rib bone, okay? So this is all the way over here. Then you got Saturn energy all the way over here. Little symbol for Saturn. You've got the alligator hand, which is money and gambling and reaching for something. It's over here. You've got another vertebrae over here. You've got a dog ankle bone over here. So another kind of flexibility thing that goes with the frog. But they're all kind of separate. So it could be here, Capricorn, that in the past there was not enough support system for you, or you supporting others, right? Because why are the vertebrae so far apart? It could be that there was some kind of male person, or just again masculine energy that was maybe more irresponsible in some way for some of you guys, not everybody. Or you felt like, or they felt like if they could reach for something or strive for something around their goals, their plans, their aspirations, that it would be perceived as maybe irresponsible in some way. And we know, as a general stereotype, Capricorns excuse me, are known for being that more father stern energy and being more responsible in a lot of ways. So to see the irresponsibility come out, you know, it's a little shocking, but it was you know, reversed. So I feel like that was more in that past energy, or simply that you or someone else was able to reverse that really quickly. But why again are our support pieces and our flexibility aspects so far away? Because it's trying to figure out here again with this Saturn symbol, your ruler, excuse me, how can I be responsible and support myself and others and still be flexible and make money? Something like this. Let's keep going though, and we'll summarize it all at the end. Okay, so we talked about all this here. We're going to come back over here to, we have the elephant. So the elephant can talk about remembering something, right? So elephants are really good at their memory in general. Okay, so for me it symbolizes remembering. So everybody again is going to have different associations or symbols or how they like to read, but that's my association. Okay, so when we talk about remembering something here, Capricorn, it could be that you hear something from the past, that has something to do with love. It could be romantic love or platonic love, that really is giving you an idea, helping you move forward in some way, helping, if it is romantic love or even platonic love with friends or family, right? It's like letting part of that go, remembering it, and then letting it go, and then moving forward to more future love. Because you have an upside down hummingbird here that's laying on top of a lightning bolt that's has a cupid on top of that. So again, it's like new love, whether romantic or platonic, coming in, giving rise to new ideas. Now, I say it's like new love moving forward because the hummingbird is upside down. If the hummingbird was flying right side up, they normally fly backwards, which is their normal. But for us, it's moving forward when it's upside down, okay? Now, Capricorn, there's something here going on for some of you guys, not everybody, right? Where we also have an imbalance going on here. So we've got another raccoon penis, I'm sorry, coyote penis. We've got a seashell, feminine energy, the penis bone, masculine energy, also connected to the huge raccoon penis bone. It's called the love bone, right? A lot of people say it deals with love and gambling and money and all the things. There's also the lock, okay? You had the key way over here in the beginning on top of the spider web, right? Now you've got the lock down here, and it's touching that other coyote penis bone, and it's also touching the conch shell, or the Kyrie shell, sorry, whatever, I always confuse those two. It's the shell, okay? And they were also down here towards the bottom of the raccoon penis bone. We have a yin and yang symbol. So for you here, Capricorn, throughout the month of January too, you're really going to be thinking about, or someone's really going to be thinking about, how to find a balance. Because it's close to the skull, which is what's on our mind. Okay? So there's all this masculine energy, but maybe not enough feminine, maybe not enough softer side or listening to something in some way. There also needs to be a slowing down here, Capricorn, which is weird for you in some regards, right? Because Capricorn, Saturn, Earth energy moves slow. Because also right here, you have the turtle, the Pegasus, the winged horse, and this little fork symbol, kind of all separately together around in between these two raccoon penis bones. So there needs to be something that goes slow. It could be regarding this new type of love or new idea that is coming out, that is supported by some type of new love, or even if it's old love, to go slow with it. I also see, hold on, sorry guys. Hey! I also see here, Capricorn, for some of you guys, there could be something to do with diet. Okay, so if we look at diet, whether it's physical food or like a mental diet, right? Because it's a fork. So what are we feeding ourselves? And it was kind of right across from the Pegasus. So is it gonna, whatever we're feeding ourselves, whether it's a physical diet with food or a mental diet or spiritual diet, is it gonna make us feel free, right? Because you got the Pegasus on the other side. So that's also something to kind of think about. Now, over here, Capricorn, we've got the seahorse upside down. Or actually, no, he wasn't upside down. He was flipped this way. But I had to turn him over just so I could see it for the picture and everything. So technically, he wasn't upside down. But I wanted to face him this way just so I knew that he was facing the star. The star is our success. It can be new beginnings. There could be some type of, again, masculine energy that wants to talk about roles, right? Because normally the seahorse, they have the babies, the seamen, right? To sound even more hilarious. The seamen, the seahorse, they're the ones that have the babies. Okay, so I think it's actually because they're hermaphrodites. But anyway, we call them seahorses, right? So it can talk about some type of, maybe even, well, for some people, maybe it's a surprise pregnancy, but that's not for everybody, right? But it's something to do with being pregnant with something, okay? It could also just be the metaphor, right? So how can I be more successful or have more of this new beginning kind of energy? How can I go deep with something? If we're talking about seahorses, they live in the ocean, right? The water. Okay, let's keep going and see what else we have over here. So Capricorn, you have, and you can't see it from this side. I'm going to make sure I got it in the photo that I'll be posting online too. Actually, I'll take one like this so you can see it better. So Capricorn, this is the rabbit's foot, the lucky's rabbit's foot, right? So underneath it was a bat right here. And then on this side, which you can't see from the camera over here, but you have to take my word for it or wait to see the picture, we have the two fish coming together, like the Pisces kind of energy. Excuse me. More water, hold on. So this is, could have something to do with Pisces, right? I mean, I just did the astrology notes. I don't think there's anything in particular that was about Pisces or Neptune for January. Let me just look again real quickly. Not really that I'm seeing. Okay, what else could this be? This could be that there is, okay, there's going to be some type of luck here, Capricorn, when you work together with someone as a team, okay? And again, it's going back to the listening stuff that we had over here. So if you think of bats, they use echolocation to communicate with each other in the cave. The sound reverberates off of the walls, all the things, right? But then on the other side, because you have the two fish kissing each other, circling each other, it's like makes me think of twins. It makes me think of like a twinned, like when people have an actual twinned sibling, they think alike, right? So then with that and the bat, it's like something about teamwork or thinking the same about something here. It's going to bring you more luck the more that you rely on this kind of team working energy. Now you have another claw all the way out here. You're also going to be thinking throughout the month of January, even beyond, right? This reading is timeless. It can be for January 2024. It could be a couple months from now. It could be a couple months in the past. Time is fluid and relative, right? Take it how it may resonate. There's something that you're striving for that maybe feels really far away from what it is that you actually want. You want to be a team, right, in a whole, but you also want to be individual. So you have the honeybee over here. So what is this about your individuality, Capricorn? You also have, again, this kind of, you got the star over here, right next to the coffin, right next to the feather. So it's more ancestral energy, whether it's ancestors we actually knew that passed on or further down your individual bloodline that really want and are guiding you, okay? Also, when you see a feather, pick up that feather, right? If you feel gross, clean it off, or then clean your hands, all the things. You should always clean your hands, obviously. But that's that clearing away. That's also the message from your spirit guides that you're on your right path when you find the feather in your in your 3D physical world. If you find a feather, right, that's meant for you. It's a sign for you that you're on your right path. But this is also a sign here, Capricorn, that maybe some of your ancestors really know and believe that you are on the right path, even if you don't know it yet. Like, they know it, is what I'm hearing too. Now, you've got this other seashell all the way over here, and then you've got the chameleon or the lizard right next to it. We think of chameleons, they change their color to blend into their environment. Lizards, if their tail falls off, it regrows, right? So lizards or chameleons have this regenerative power, but also an evolutionary power, right? So when it's next to this feminine energy here, Capricorn, it could be asking you, where can I let in that softer, more nurturing energy to help me be more healing and regenerative for myself and others? How can I let more of this softer feminine energy come in? How can I listen to it? Again, all the seashells listening to creativity, the feminine energy. Not that males aren't creative, but we're just talking about certain aspects. Everyone has both, right? Yeah. All in all, I think this is a really good reading for you, Capricorn. And did I call you Gemini, or why am I hearing Gemini? That was weird. Okay, maybe I was hearing Gemini. Hopefully I didn't call you Gemini. But if I did, it's for somebody's message. The other last thing I wanted to mention was all the way over here we have a little nutmeg, okay? So that also represents kind of money and abundance. And it feels more, again, in the past, Capricorn, that maybe you were getting a smaller amount of money, right? So this is a smaller one compared to this one, right? So that smaller money is a little bit further away or in the past. And then here we started off with the coyote penis, the spider in its web, the answers, the key to the lock, providing answers to get more money, more abundance, right? All the things we kind of mentioned. To sweep away the old things and make room for the new. You here, Capricorn, finding a lot of safety within making those plans for the future, making your spider web, a safety net, a spider web. To also keep listening and digging, to know that your ancestors are protecting you, particularly a strong masculine energy or male energy. To remember that you are strong and your goals, aspirations, and dreams are important. To remember that there is love in your world, whether it's romantic, platonic, or all of the above. To listen to that and take the good old memories and help it bring in new memories, new love, new ideas, new passion, creativity. To not let too much masculine energy lock you up. Now, when I say masculine energy, it could be taking action all the time, right? That's kind of a stereotypical way of looking at masculine energy. We also need the feminine to come in and slow down and be nurturing. Together with both, we find balance, right? It's kind of what we're all searching for, or most of us anyway, or some people. But you know, so don't get too caught up in all this masculine energy. Remember to slow down a little bit, even if it's not physically slowing down. Be okay with the slowdown with the turtle. Work on what your diet is, what you're feeding yourself, whether it's physical, spiritual, mental diet. Let go of this feeling of lack of support or irresponsibility from the past. Know that you're going to be more flexible in the future, and that will help you to not be so rigid sometimes. To be fertile, be the seahorse, find your lucky star, keep digging, be your individual self. Know that your ancestors know that you're on the right path even if you don't. Watch for your feather. Pisces energy, good luck, your bat, your twin fish, twin mind, hive mind, working together as a pack. Listening again to feminine energy, to heal yourself, to fit in when you need to for safety, like the chameleon and the lizard. Yeah, that's kind of what I have for you, Capricorn. Alright, so always feel free, guys, to let me know in the comments on Facebook or YouTube how this may shape up for you and how you're feeling, if you feel guided. But yeah, we're going to look at the time here. We're at about 52 minutes. So now we're going to go ahead and put all the bones and charms back, and we're going to do another sound bell, and then we're going to start and get the reading for Aquarius for January. So thank you guys so much for your patience, for your likes, your views, your subscriptions, all free ways to support my channel here. Greatly appreciated however you want to do that. Alright. So I kind of like to put the heavier ones on the bottom first. And then all that stuff. Okay. And it got super quiet again. So, let's get a little bit of music here. Alright. So, I'm just going to cover this. Put it all back in there. We'll do another quick sound bell and then we'll get started. Alright, so this is going to be a little loud for people who are sensitive or listening with headphones. I try not to hit it too loud, but sometimes it'd be like that sometimes. Alright, so this is good for me to check in with my guides again, ground myself, and make sure I'm delivering the messages as clearly as possible. And for you guys also to take a couple of deep breaths if you feel guided to get back into your body too. Alright, so this is going to take away and clear the reading from the Capricorn reading and also get ready for the Aquarius reading. Alright, so here we go for Aquarius for January 2024. All right. Let's see what we have here for you, Capricorn. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for air sign Capricorn for their highest good and intentions for January 2024. What do we need to see? What do they need to know for their highest good? Messages for air sign Aquarius for January 2024. Messages for Aquarius, air sign Aquarius for 2024. What do we need to see? What do we need to know? Messages for Aquarius. Messages for Aquarius. Messages for Aquarius. Messages for Aquarius for January 2024. Messages for Aquarius. Messages for Aquarius. For Aquarius for January 2024. For Aquarius, messages for Aquarius. Whew, alright. Hopefully that wasn't too loud for you guys. Well, let's see. Okay. Just gonna flip this one over. That one back. Just so we can see a little bit. I was going that way. This. Fish was going that way. Sun. Okay. I think it looks, oh wait, this one, flip over. Okay, now they're all flipped so we can see everything. Alright, we're going to take a picture and then get started here, Aquarius. Alright, so again, for people just tuning in, this is going to be a general reading for air sign Aquarius for January 2024. It could be about you, someone you know, multiple people you know, your general environment situation. It could be about love, money, health, all the things, right? If it doesn't feel like you're reading, don't force it. Check out your other placements, your sun, moon, and rising sign, all that stuff. All right. So we're using combination of charms and bones here. I'm trying to figure out where they want me to start, Aquarius. I feel like it wants to start right here, so that's what we're gonna do. It was interesting when I was shaking the bowl and stirring everything up. It felt like this rocking back and forth, and it felt like it was like wanted me to throw all the things like right here. So that's interesting. But yeah, let's see what we got. We have, starting off here, Aquarius. There could be a man on your mind, or if it's not a man, someone who displays a lot of masculine energy. Could also be that fertility is on your mind, whether it's talking about having a baby or planting seeds for whatever it is you want to manifest in your life. New beginnings, right? Makes sense. We're talking about January 2024, new year. I feel like a lot is weighing really heavily on your mind here, Aquarius, with the alligator claw like literally pointing to, I don't know if you can see it. Let me move this down a little bit. So the alligator claw right here is literally, its nail is pointing to the skull necklace or charm. So a lot weighing on your mind. There's some good stuff too, you know, that's on your mind. It's not all bad, but just like all the things. being an air sign, or if you're a sun sign Aquarius, so you've got a lot of air in your chart, overthinking can definitely be happening, right? It's easier for us if you have a lot of air in your chart to overthink. But yeah, I would say here, Aquarius, that there is this feeling of maybe trying to sweep away an old past love, or sweep away a masculine energy, or sweep away a man, because the witch's broom is right next to the raccoon penis here. You also have the lovebird sitting on top of the bat. So it could be that you are trying to communicate with someone. Again, it could be romantic love, platonic love with friends or family, or even self-love. Bats use echolocation. Sounds bounce around the cave. So something about here, Aquarius, something about listening to love, or listening to loved ones, about clearing away this man, or clearing away this masculine energy, or clearing away old life, right? To again plant seeds for the new life, for the new year, the new future. Now this is really cool. I don't think I've seen this before, Aquarius. Your frog, right, was sitting on top, upside down on top of the chameleon, which was also touching the alligator claw. So I feel like here, Aquarius, you're being very flexible with something, or someone you're dealing with is being very flexible about something, or multiple general environment situation, and being very healing in some aspects as well, to make these plans for the future with the spider web, with the honeybee touching the spider web, individuality. I feel like that's all you're doing here, Aquarius, is planning for the future, right? So you've got, let's make sure this is turned down. Oh, almost knocked things over. You've got the fork, which is laying on top of the spider web. It's also connected to the claw. The claw is connected to the hummingbird. The hummingbird's connected to one of the shells, and then another claw over here. It's like you're really here, Aquarius, having a diet, whether it's physical, mental, and or spiritual. What you're feeding yourself with the fork here is the plans for the future, is the individuality. If we talk about Aquarius energy in itself, it's known as the artist energy, the rebel leader. Being individual or being different is always really important with a lot of Aquarius energy. Now I think that you're really supported here. This is beautiful, Aquarius, with the snake. This is the snake vertebrae sitting on top of the Pisces twin fish, and it's also touching the other vertebrae here as well. So it's like a hive mind, a twin mind, something about Pisces for some of you guys, but doesn't have to be. A really beautiful supported energy here. And it looks like this is also like thinking about the past and then how to move forward, because the hummingbird, right, flies backwards, and it's facing right side up, and it was underneath this feminine energy with the shell, and then the claw, both all attached here, both these two different claws. So it's like digging deep to go into the past, or if people or something perceives you going into the past, or let's say other birds watch the hummingbird fly backwards and they're like, what's wrong with that bird? They're not going to get anywhere, but they're like the fastest bird. So it's like doing something here differently, Aquarius, that others might think, what are they doing? That's not how you're supposed to do it. but just keep trusting yourself and trusting the support that you do have with that hive mind or that twin kind of Pisces energy. I feel, Aquarius, that you're going to have, you know, a lot of really beautiful good luck in January that's going to make you feel really safe and protected. Again, I see you or someone really wanting to dig deep to find answers. So you've got the key here with the witch and the claw pointing that way, to dig deep to find more money, abundance, health, love, all the things we want to manifest, whatever it is. Now, I would say, just as a small warning here, Aquarius, you need to maybe pay more attention to some details about the answers that you seek or that you're going to get. You know, don't get too excited with all this good stuff. I mean, it's good to be happy and excited, but also just remember to focus on the details too. It might seem more boring, but it's going to make you ultimately feel more safe and protected. I also see here, Aquarius, that there may have something to do with love here, whether it's old love or new love, that's going to come into balance, and it's really showing me that it's going to happen around some type of Saturn placement, because Saturn is sitting, a Saturn planet is sitting on top of Cupid, and Cupid is pointing towards the yin-yang symbol. What did we say for, oops, ring, 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 right on the bell. What did we say for Saturn? For the astrology notes for everyone for January, we've got January 15th, Saturn semi-squares the North Node in Aries. That looks like the only real Saturn placement. So for some of you guys, that could be a hint, but it doesn't have to be just talking about dates, right? It could be that here, to get more love, whether it's new or old love, someone here, Aquarius, needs to be more serious. Saturn energy needs to needs to take on responsibilities, set boundaries, have more of a balance, again with the yin and yang. And it could be also with the seashell over here by the coffin, Aquarius, that a lot of, you know, people, again, in your bloodline, passed on loved ones, friends, family, or either just further back, that really far down your line that you don't know of, you don't know their names, whatever. They really want you to listen. They want you to be more creative. They want you to tap into this feminine energy here. Let's see. So Aquarius, there could also be that you feel in some regards here in January that there's something that you still need to clear that feels locked in your life, that someone is not listening to, whether it's you or someone else, multi-people, general environment situation. But it's like you've got the lock, you've got the lock here. The feather is in between the lion for strength, another seashell, but it's facing downwards. But just so you can see, it is a seashell. So yeah, maybe someone's not listening. Maybe you're not listening. You have to take it how it may resonate. But that's making you or someone else not feel as strong. It's not making you or someone else feel that it's harder to know if they're on the right path, because there's this blockage with the feminine energy or listening. Now I really feel that like something you hear or some music is going to help you dig deeper here, okay, Aquarius, because you've got the music bells over here, and then you have another coyote penis right here. Your other one was over here. So it's again talking about something here, Aquarius, like with possibly masculine energy or fertility, whether it's fertility actually having a baby or it's a metaphor for planting new seeds or whatever it is you want or someone else wants. It's like you're gonna know when you hear it. You're gonna know when you hear the music or whatever it is. I don't know, it just feels very maybe some people think you're not listening, going back up to here to where the seashell is on the other side, but you are, and you're waiting to hear something in particular, or someone else's. Now you got your nutmeg all the way over here. This is a symbol of money, abundance. Could be that you're wanting to take a smaller step with something, I'm hearing, or give a smaller amount of money or effort into something first. But it almost is not self-sabotaging, Aquarius, but it's almost like your dragonfly is all the way over here, your dreams. Why aren't you dreaming big? Like, why isn't your dreams big, right? Why are you playing small? Just something to think about. Or maybe this is more past energy, and you're still waiting to hear for when it gets bigger. I don't know. This is a really deep one, Aquarius. Let's keep going. Okay, I'm just going to move this out of the way for a second. So to go back here, we've got the other raccoon penis is leaning against the feather here. We've got the safety pin leaning on top of that, which was connected to the rabbit's lucky foot. So it could be here, Aquarius, that you or someone is having a lot of luck and safety with this divine masculine energy, with this fertility, again, whether it's a metaphor or something else. Because then it's like all this, for the most part, good stuff here. All like on the top. Just to move it for a second so you can see it. So you do have a little bit of irresponsibility energy showing up here that one of your ancestors, spirit guides, or guardian angels wants you to work on, or maybe you already know that and you've already started to work on it, Aquarius, with the angel coin sitting on top of it. Your ancestor spirit guides also want you to be more flexible, and this will bring you more of that happiness that you want, or maybe you know that already too. Now the symbol for Capricorn, or the goat, was sitting on top of the lightning strike here, Aquarius. So it could be that a Capricorn gives you an idea, or there's something happening during Capricorn season, right? Because we'll still be in Capricorn season until January 20th. Or maybe it has nothing to do with Capricorn. Maybe it's just about when we balance ourselves and we don't have the double energy where we're either too wild or not wild enough. If we have a little bit of both, if we're more balanced, then maybe these new ideas are going to come in more quickly here for you. Now you're going to remember something here, Aquarius. Something about fatherhood or parenting because you've got the elephant sitting on top of the seahorse, which is also touching the skeleton hands, which is passed on loved ones, ancestors. It's like all kind of goes in a circle here. So you're going to remember something about parenting or about family or being a parent or something here that your ancestors want you to remember too. That's going to bring more flexibility. It's going to bring more happiness. And just go slow. You got the turtle over here. Now you have the star sitting on top of the mermaid. There's going to be, again, an idea or some kind of luck or excitement for the future. Something about, I feel like that's the Aquarius star, the star card, like in the tarot, right? And because it's sitting on top of the mermaid, has something to do with water, dreams, creativity, femininity. Now this fish was also kind of coming off of the turtle and the mermaid here, and then it was pointing towards the Sagittarius, bow and archer, and then a sea anchor. So I feel like there's going to be more abundance and prosperity, and even something about storytelling, I'm hearing, Aquarius, around your goals, dreams, aspirations, that's going to make you feel more grounded, but also like you can pull up your anchor at any time and leave when you want to. So that in itself makes you feel more grounded because you don't feel like you have to stay in one place. Stay with one person, stay with one idea, whatever it is. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting for you, Aquarius. I hope some of you guys let me know too how these readings come out for you. If you feel guided to share in the public comments or just message me directly, I'm always curious to hear. But yeah, this memory here again about parenting or fatherhood or motherhood or something with the family, that's pretty cool. Adding more flexibility, giving you an idea. Sorry, letting go of past stuff, going slow, moving forward. Did I take your picture, Aquarius? Let me make sure I did. I think I didn't, but I got it now. Okay. So I will post it after this live is done, a little later, on my Facebook page. If you just go to Malessea's Magic Light on Facebook and you see this video posted, right underneath it, the first comment or so, there will be the photo of each one for both Capricorn and Aquarius, if you want to look at it again later. But yeah, for the most part, this feels like a really good reading here for you, Aquarius. I mean, yeah. I don't know what else to say. I feel like that's the end. But yeah, it looks really good. And so I'd be curious for you guys to let me know. So anyway, you guys take care, and so you can actually pull up the camera here. You guys take care, and I will see you guys later. We'll be coming back at some point with the Pisces and Aries reading and going through the rest of the zodiac signs backwards and doing bone and charm readings for everybody for January. All right, so if I don't talk to you guys, Happy New Year. Again, happy birthday to all the Capricorns out there, whether they already had their birthday or it's coming up. All right, so you guys take care, and I will see you later. All right, bye.